In an era when the strength of muscle and the force of will built the world's mightiest structures, there emerged a device that multiplied human power, a simple yet ingenious invention that lifted the weight of stone, brick, and burden. This was the windlass, the crank of power that shaped the medieval landscape. Refined during the medieval period, the windlass became an indispensable tool for lifting heavy loads. Its design was straightforward, a drum around which a rope was wound, turned by the power of a crank. But this simplicity belied its strength. With the windlass, a few men could lift weights that would have otherwise required dozens, transforming the way castles were built, sieges were fought, and goods were moved. But the windlass was not just a tool of construction, it was a weapon of war. In the heat of battle, it powered the siege engines that could bring down the very walls it had helped to raise. With each turn of the crank, the windlass stored potential energy, ready to unleash destruction upon the enemy. It was the silent force behind the battering rams and catapults that shaped the course of medieval warfare. The windlass found its place not only in the theater of war and construction, but in every corner of medieval life. It lifted cargo from ships, brought water from deep wells, and saved lives in the treacherous depths of mines. Wherever heavy lifting was needed, the windlass was there, amplifying human effort and extending the reach of what was possible. In the villages and fields, the windlass brought the power of the machine into the hands of the everyday worker. It was a tool of practicality and necessity, a device that, while simple in design, had a profound impact on the daily lives of people across the medieval world. The windlass, the crank of power, was more than just a tool. It was a force multiplier, a device that turned the wheels of progress in an age defined by the strength of stone and the ambition of kings. It lifted not only the stones of castles, but the spirit of an era, reminding us that even the simplest inventions can move the greatest mountains.